everyone! Welcome to the Completionist Challenge stream. It's really dark in here. I'm gonna fix that. Come here. But yeah, welcome to the Completionist Challenge stream. We're back, baby, with more Symphony. Greetings, Smashlander. It's good that you're here, for you see, the soundtrack that we'll be doing today will be the one that you suggested. We're doing the Sonic Forces original soundtrack, baby. I guess let's not waste any time and let's really run through the soundtrack. Boink. Now I have to remember how to play. Mezzo piano, baby. I can't do this alone, even though I'm strong. Need something more than me, someone to push me to victory. Let's see what we can do together, me and you. Don't be afraid to try, kiss your fears goodbye, no looking back. You and I are on the attack, full speed ahead, running to the sunset. Such a different feeling, most of us believing we can make it better. Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you, pushing on through until the battle is won. No one's gonna give a thing to us. Into each other we put our trust, standing united after the fight. Alone we will never be. The two of us are holding the key. We'll see today what we couldn't see before I say goodbye to you. One more last bump. To the sunset, such a different feeling. Most of us believing we can make it better. Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you, pushing on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give a thing to us. Into each other we put our trust, standing united after the fight is done. Get ready for the null space part. Show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you, pushing on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give a thing to us. Into each other we put our trust, standing united after the fight. It's a brand new day. We have turned the page. I need somebody to help me this way. All alone we will never be. The two of us are holding the key. We'll see today what we couldn't see before I say goodbye to you. One more last fist bump. So I gotta decorate a tile for graduation. They're gonna put them all together for a mural. Since my school's colors are blue and gold, I was thinking it's like Sonic and Supersonic, so I might draw that on the tile. But I'm kinda bad. Probably gonna turn out bad, but let's see. I believe in you. You could totally fucking do it, dude. Just show the world what you can do. Oh, man. Alright, next. Oh, it's the null space version. Oh, never mind. Null space is too short. Wow. Huh? I'm gonna get water. A hero falls. Haha. What's next? We're gonna go through a lot of cutscene songs, I see. Divine Intervention. Never mind. Valor and Wonder. Nope. You may call me Infinite. There, that one works. Can I level up anything? Yes. Let's go. All right. Oh shit! Now that's some firepower. Alright. Oh, hey, Sean. Hello, Mr. Game Controller Network and no one. What's the OST? It's Sonic Forces. It would have been Hotel Dusk, but I downloaded the entirety of the Hotel Dusk soundtrack on my own, like song for song, and made sure they were all over a minute 30, but I put them in the game and they just didn't want to work. So, next time. Next up, mission failed. Sad hours. Okay, taking it back. Nope. Theme of the Resistance. Is this just a map screen? Kind of. Whew. Alright. Can't wait for Infinite's theme saying he's the tallest of mountains, and he so happens to be the roughest of ways. Of the band who did it so much. Will there be guests? Mike might be here in like an hour or so. I am the tallest of mountains. You better believe I'm gonna be singing along to fucking Infinite when we get up to that. Theme of the Resistance title screen version. So I've been watching Avatar a lot recently, mostly because I never actually finished watching it, and now that it's on Netflix, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, it's finally fucking time. And I just finished watching the best episode of the fucking series, Tales of Ba Sing Se. God. The fucking ending of Iroh's story when he's singing to his son. I cry! I cry so hard! Oh, hey, whoa! Fuck you! I nuke you! damn you. I remember the lead singer retweeted a meme I made of him. He's a nice dude. Nice. I plan on rewatching Avatar. I don't remember a single thing about it, so it'll be a good time. It's been a while for me too, and I've never watched everything in order. I only watched the reruns. See, that was my problem, is that, like, I watched the first season as it was coming out, and then I watched the second season in chunks, just because of, like, reruns. And then I don't think I've seen a single episode of the final season other than Sozin's Comet, which is the last episode. I think there was only one episode of season 2 so far that I haven't seen, and it was when Aang, Sokka, and Katara go to the city that's having Avatar Day, and then they're all like, "Fuck the Avatar! Because they killed our great leader, Avatar Kyoshi, fuck them!" And that's the episode. This is our world. My friend is making me watch My Hero Academia, but I plan on rewatching Avatar after. I have to catch up on My Hero Academia. I'm so behind. Like, for some reason, I just have not gotten around to watching, My Hero is so good, dude. Like, holy shit. I've been following that shit since it first came out and before it got, like, all popular and shit. It's so good. It literally rivals Dragon Ball for me. Like, it's that good. And I didn't think anything would rival Dragon Ball to me. Dude, just you wait until you get to, like, the second and third seasons. Like, the first season is really good, but the second and third seasons are where it really fucking picks up. Like, once you meet Stain... Dude, is it as good as JoJo? I'd say, in my opinion, and this might be controversial, I'd say it's better than JoJo, like, by a lot. Like, I love JoJo. I really do. But I love My Hero Academia that much more. JoJo is, like, the only anime I watched.
No, that was Pokemon.
I have to catch up on JoJo too. I have not finished part 5. There's a lot of anime I need to catch up on. No, this is the level menu music. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Whoa. Do, do, do. Do. Is it just me, or does this sound like it would be like a Smash theme? Like, this could literally be level music for Subspace Emissary, to me. Whoa. Yes! Oh! Uh-oh. Fuck you, go to hell! Oops. Oh. All right. Gibby, gibby, gibby. Hell yeah. Alright, what is this? Part 5 is, what is this? True, I used to watch Pokemon on Sonic X. Part 5 is one of my favorites. It does. Where'd you stop on JoJo? The last episode I remember, Narancia was fighting a dude that can make you small. Or the guy, yeah, the dude can make you small. I haven't watched in a while. Wait till Maya gets here and we'll shame both of you for not being up to date on the anime. Maya already knows. In fact, fun fact, you know, one of the oldest, like, Mayan Bottles dubs videos was a dub of Yukigo Yamagishi's arc in part 4. At that point, when we dubbed that, I didn't watch a single episode of JoJo, but by the end of us dubbing and coming out with those videos, I was caught up. Like, I watched up until the end of part 4. Speaking of mangoes, but not really, Sonic is getting real. You better pray that Yondev finishes before GCN hits 100k. I said if Yondev was finished before GCN hit 100k, I'd no longer talk shit. Only there. Yeah, I'm not that far into part 5. I really just gotta... The problem is I don't have time. I don't have time to watch things anymore. It's like, the fact that I'm watching Avatar right now is kind of, like, weird. That's what happens when you come out with a lot of videos. That's what all my time is sucked into, is doing that stuff. This is our world, a new hero. Prepare me. What is this? Thanks, bots, for suffering for our entertainment. Actually, I kind of have a proposition. I've been watching some Oni Plays Best Ofs, and I thought about doing a best of for the Hotel Dust series. Obviously, after I'm finished the animation, which I'm very close to having the rough done. If you want to do that, go ahead. Honestly, because I've a little behind the scenes when it comes to GCN. I'm not the sole editor anymore. I edit the main videos, like the Sonic Adventure Blindfolded, the Bloodstain, all that stuff, like the main videos that come out. But I've delegated the bonus videos of just stuff that we want to do and like side projects that we want to do to other editors. Peter is one of them, and then I have my friend Sean and my friend Eric. Sean O'Brien, Eric Casey. They've been helping out with editing, and they've been doing an amazing job. In fact, the best of... I think it was Best of Ripest of Fears that came out not that long ago was edited by Eric, not me. And also, upcoming, we have a Best of Pajama Sam 4 coming out soon. That was done by Eric. I just have to watch over it, make sure that it's, good. A new Blow My Cartridge episode. The Thing with Pabs. Yes, The Thing with Pabs. A new Blow My Cartridge episode is coming out this weekend. That Peter edited. And then we have... And what's very close to being done is a new show that we are really excited to have come out. It's called GCN IRL, which is us doing shit around. And it's really cool. It's going to be really fun. The rough of the video is done. Like, I've seen the rough of it. It's coming out really fucking good. My good friend Sean O'Brien helped edit that. And I really hope that you guys enjoy when that shit comes out. Is this the special announcement? Yeah, kinda. The video that's coming out this weekend is a new Blow My Cartridge. That's been in the works for very long. Excuse my scratching. I am covered in fucking mosquito bites. Oh yeah, A Day in the Life of Bottles. It's a lot of organization and collaboration. Because not only do I do GCN, I also edit for a Let's Play channel called Gameplay Buddies, which is, Steve and Lucas's Let's Play channel, which you guys should check out. They're really fucking funny. Look them up. Gameplay Buddies. God, I'm so itchy. Right now, I think their current series are, like, I don't edit them. Their current series are Bendy and the Ink Machine, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and, what's it, Dust and Elysian Tale, but they just also finished, and what I would recommend watching, honestly, their longest series on the channel thus far is a full Let's Play of Danganronpa. I do too much? I do. I really do, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, I do GCN. I edit for Gameplay Buddies. I'm a producer on a channel called AN Productions, which is, we do films, like short films and short comedy web shows. I also am a main contributor to another YouTube channel that has short films and skits called Terrestrial Pictures. Bullshit, you want to rest. Actually, no. Because the thing is, like, yeah, I do a lot, but, like, I need to, or else I can't function. That's just the whole thing. It just so happens that I have a hyperfixation on filmmaking and editing, so I could do that shit forever. Bottles gets a high from it. I also just like working. That's just me. I am literally a workaholic. So yeah, I do those 4 channels, and I also voice act for Elusive Mai. So whenever she needs me, and I also try to do other voice acting things on the side just from auditions on like Casting Call Club, but that's not very often. I don't get put on for things that often, so like I try. Though there is something upcoming that I am really excited for it to come out that I'm in. And I hope that it gets a lot of coverage just on YouTube. Because that would be pretty fucking sweet. God, there's so many fucking versions of this song. You'd think it's the main theme. You know what I think Sonic Force... This is going to sound weird because of how much I dislike the game. But you know what could have really benefited Sonic Forces? One more DLC. An infinite DLC. Imagine how fucking cool that would be. You get to play as Infinite. Like, after the events of the game. Maybe even sequel baiting. Like, come on, Sega, hire me. I got the good ideas. There was one time where... I had to pick up Jess from work, and because we were, like, recording later or streaming later or something like that, Peter was in the car with me. And because of, like, stupid nonsense at Jess's work, she ended up being, like, an hour late out of her job. So in that hour, me and Peter literally single-handedly rewrote the entirety of Sonic 06 for fun. And honestly, I kind of want to make something out of it, because... what we rewrote it as was actually really fucking cool. For one thing, to like mention something about it, Eggman is the main villain. He's not just like one of the 3 villains. Also, another interesting aspect, which might be a little controversial. Silver doesn't meet Sonic until, like, the very end of the game. Gotta go. Later, Sean. How's the fiber going? Not great at all. I'm lazy. I'm lazy too, but it's weird, because it's like, I'm lazy, but I also am good at just doing, like, a large burst of work at once and killing myself over it. Sonic Forces needed a better team behind it. Dub it? What, dub Sonic Forces? Or dub, like, our fucking Sonic 06 thing? Dub your rewrite? That would be pretty sick. Honestly, that's not a terrible idea. Like, make, like, a radio play out of our rewrite of Sonic 06. That would be pretty sick. I might have to bring that up to Pete later. And rewrite Forces. Oh, I can rewrite Forces. Hell, I already came up with a better, like, battle scene that would both make Chaos relevant, in the story, and also create an amazing fucking boss battle. Essentially, during the scene where the Resistance is fighting all of the illusions, so it would go as normal, like they would be fighting. But then, you know, once everything seems like it's like going okay, they hear a rumble in the distance. And then what comes up is an illusion of perfect chaos that Sonic must now fight. Wouldn't that be like Sonic and Like, the Avatar, maybe. Wouldn't that have been fucking sick? Wouldn't that have been awesome? Wouldn't that have been, like, a good boss battle to have to make Chaos, like, actually have a reason to be in the fucking game? Like, why wouldn't they utilize that kind of power? If they were able to recreate Chaos, why would they keep him in a Zero form? Just let me write Sonic. I will go into a writer's room with Ian Flynn, and I will write Sonic, and I will make it good again. You can fucking quote me on that. Oh, you fucking tricked me. That would have been amazing with an amazing Open Your Heart remix. Yes! Sounds more like Generations. Forces was just Generations too. Well, the thing is that, like, if you're gonna put Chaos in the game to hearken to nostalgia, go whole hog with it. Pun intended, kinda. Like, don't just have him there and then have him get homing attacked by classic Sonic and now he's just gone. When every other villain that you've shown off is either a playable character or a boss battle, then why have Chaos there? It doesn't make sense. Stop just trying to fucking... Like, having Chaos in that game is literally proving the point that Sega, with the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, is banking off of nostalgia, and it sucks. They're like, hey guys, we used to be cool. Remember when we were cool? Here's the things that we had back then that were cool, but we're not going to do anything cool with them. They're just here. But we're not going to do anything new that's cool or anything old that's cool. Like, honestly, it feels like Forces had to cut corners for some reason. But why? Everyone was anticipating Forces. You knew it was everyone was gonna buy it. It was delayed how many times? People were on the Sonic high when it came to Forces, so why, in the holy mother of hell, would you rush it and cut corners? Like, what if they lost all the game files months before release for some reason? Like some Toy Story 2 situation. I don't believe that for a second. This game was apparently in development for like 4 years, so like, what happened? I want to see a what happened episode on Sonic Forces. Like, honestly, what happened? 06 happened. I know, and I hate that 06 like, I love 06 for what it is. It's a hilariously bad game with a lot of glitches, and it shows how it's literally a textbook example of how Sonic can be done wrong and the worst that Sonic can be. But that doesn't mean that Sega should be afraid to make another adventure-style game / serious story, which they have since then. Look at Sonic Unleashed. The whole world cracked, and people fucking love that game now. But no, we're scared to do that now because 06 did so bad. And that's because they hated everything. It's not just because we made a shitty game that was rushed. Perrycat, honestly, I I agree with you. Sonic Team, hell, Sega should not be handling Sonic anymore. Unfortunately. Because they clearly mismanage the franchise. And it's really sad. Who's calling me? I don't know who you are. Oh, you made me die, asshole. What's happening? Hello? Dude, work. Oh shit! Ha! I forced! Ha! Oops. I didn't even see what hit me. Oh, what was I gonna do about that? Oh, God. Die. Izuka just said in an interview that he's grateful that people are still asking for Adventure 3 or something. This is making me suspicious. Sega needs to outsource Sonic. Or great last time, yeah. Oh, shit. And that's a new difficulty. Oh yeah, where's Mania 2? I'm surprised we haven't seen anything yet. I'm surprised we haven't seen any announcement, because apparently we're getting a game next year, and they haven't shown anything. And the game is supposed to come out, like, this month. So, like, they were confident enough that it was, like, almost done. I know COVID happened, but at least drop a trailer. Yeah, honestly. And honestly, how hard would it be to make a second fucking 2D Sonic game? They're not really that complicated. But whatever. They want to fucking stall on Sonic, the only IP they seem to care about. That's another thing I hate about Sega, is that they only care about one IP. They do not give a shit about other IPs that they've created that people would love to see a new game to, and that they also keep renewing licenses to. Like, why do they keep renewing the license for Knights if they're never going to make another, like, a third Knights game? Aaron Weber keeps saying they're taking their time this time. That's why we haven't seen anything. Oh, well, apparently they took 4 years on Forces, and let's see how... and see where that got us. I'm sorry, I get very passionate about Sonic. Yeah, exactly. We've unlocked Mezzo Forte! Boink. Yo, let's go. It's time for maximum firepower! Battle with Zavok. Also, why do they keep giving the Deadly Six love? No one gives a shit about the Deadly Six. No one gives a I fucking hate the Wisps. I hate them. I want them to go away. Or at least just be background characters. Why do they have to keep being a main gameplay element? I hate them. They literally are just an excuse for 3D Sonic to have garbage level design. It's like, oh, we don't need to think about platforming. He can just drill through this. Oh, we don't need strategy when it comes to this boss fight. Just equip the electrical whip and just do that until you win. Oh, they don't need to think about platforming. Just equip the floating one so that they can just float above everything. Like, are you kidding me? That's why I hate the Wisps, is because they're lazy. Yeah, you know what Sonic took their time with Sonic Forces? The fucking music, because it's the only thing that's good about it. It's just 06. Again. Congratulations, Sega. You made 06 again. With your precious boost formula that is also awful and promotes lazy level design. It worked in one game. Congratulations. And then you fucked it. Because you made it a crutch instead of a tool. You need to put actual effort into your games. They're only bad in forces. I like the wisps and colors. In Lost World, they were just kind of there, but I didn't care. That's the thing. The wisps should have just been in colors. They should have been the gimmick of Sonic Colors. Sonic Lost World's gimmick should have just been the parkour system and the fucking weird Super Mario Galaxy ass fucking planets. Sonic Force's gimmick should have been the Avatar's fucking grappling hook. The wisps don't need to be there. The only reason that they needed to be there in Generations was because it was a celebration of everything before Generations. And so clearly the wisps should be there for Colors. I hate them. I really hate that they still exist in such a prominent gameplay fashion. It doesn't feel like Sonic anymore. Especially since the wisps don't contribute to speed. In fact, they slow you down. Trust me, I'm a purveyor of, like, Sonic isn't all about the speed, but, like, if you're literally having something in the game that is purposefully slowing you down and you make it a main gameplay mechanic for more than just one game, you're telling me that people are just supposed to accept that? When speed is the thesis of Sonic? Sure, Sonic doesn't need to be fast all the time, but one of the main gameplay mechanics slows you down, I think that's kind of a viable thing to be like, hey, maybe this sucks. Call me a salty spittoon, how tough are you, you know? God. Alright. How long have I been going? Like an hour 10? I'm gonna do one more song and then I'm gonna go on a quick break. Called to strike. Well, let's try Danger in the Sky. Okay. How about Mark II locks on? Alright. How about Battle with Egg Dragoon Mark II? There we go. I can't find a black marker. Why do you need a black marker? For your cap? Boink. Damn, that's a lot of kudos I need. Drawing my tile. Yeah, that's what I meant, your tile. Also, can we make Eggman menacing again? He was barely menacing in Forces. He was menacing in Lost World, I'll give him that. As long as I can strangle a Zeddy, my hands are fine. That was a great Eggman moment. When Eggman just fucking unleashes fury upon the Zeddy. Or at least their faces on a TV screen. And they're like, Doctor, are your hands okay? And it's like, as long as I can strangle a Zeddy, my hands are fine. It's like, yes! That's the Eggman we want! Like, doesn't Sega see the pattern that whenever they go, like, more serious tone, people eat that shit up? Maybe they should fucking listen. They claim to listen, but they don't. They just make stupid memes about all of this, about, like, how their fucking game franchise is a laughingstock. Just because you're laughing at yourself doesn't make it any less tragic. I'll say it again, Ian Flynn for the games, please. They kind of stopped with the self-deprecating memes. They just kind of have memes with Sonic in them now, which is fine. It's just the social media team having fun, and I can't blame them. That's fine, but when they leak into the games, like, it's not good. That, and it's so, like, again, it all comes back to Forces. if they weren't so, like, obsessed with getting the nostalgia in there, because they know that people are nostalgic for Sonic and Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2, which is the entire reason why Chaos is in Sonic Forces. If they would just stop banking on that and instead just make something cool, like they did, like, a lot of self-deprecating humor, like, in the games too, and then that just kind of became, and in the comics as well, and that just kind of became Sonic's whole identity. And then before you know it, the only good thing about Sonic is anything that Ian Flynn or Tyson Hesse bring out, which makes you think, why don't they just have Tyson Hesse direct the art of the game, and why don't they have fucking Ian Flynn write the games? Because clearly people love them, and clearly people resonate with the stories that they tell and the cartoons that, like, Tyson creates. So why the fuck aren't they working on the games? Wait, if this is the song I think it is, I want to fucking do it now. No, it's not. No, that's a classic Sonic theme, which means it sucks! Alright. Where's the one that I thought it was going to be? I want to see. Wait, Arsenal... Oh, this is one of my favorite songs in the soundtrack. Also, just please stop with the fucking, like, fourth wall breaks. It's not funny. It was never funny. And it will never be funny. Yeah, I know. Having Sonic turn to the camera and be like, I'm gonna stick with little aliens if you catch my drift, is not funny. No one ever thinks that that's funny. Stop abusing fourth wall breaks. They're not inherently funny. Well, anyway, I'm going to go take a break, cool off my brain, eat some food, and then I'm going to see you guys in a second. told you he'd be here.
Who?
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah. There were like, any guests? And I'm like, maybe.
I guess.
Can I hear?
I'm not a guest. I'm like that homeless guy that won't, like, leave your porch.
Where'd the sound go?
What is this?
This is...
Background sound?
What is this?
Oh, have you been playing, like, background music to your streams?
Well, no.
Why not?
This is a game.
Oh.
I was just wondering why it's not, working. Yeah, I'll just close the game and...
Lost World dialogue? Sonic Lost World? I don't know why, but for some reason I'm blanking on Lost World dialogue, but I know there's some really good ones.
Some really bad ones.
Yeah, well that's why they're good. It's because they're so horrible.
One of the main ones
Didn't
that I
they
remember...
bring back up the Baldy McNosehair thing in Lost World?
Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
Now, one of the worst lines that are in Lost World... Is that coming out of those speakers? It totally is. Why? You suck. Hold on. Settings. Fuck you. Why'd you go back?
Gotta disable it. All of it.
Why?
Just disable it for now.
I was
You
trying
try
to
it
find
back on
disable.
Hi, Smashlanders.
What does it say? Watching without audio because I'm in a Discord call. But hi again. Hello. Not that you can hear me say hello,
Yeah.
but hello.
Read our lips.
All right. Anyway, we move on.
Is this like a beat adventure thing?
This is a... Imagine combining... I guess the best way I can describe it is combining Toho with a rhythm game. Where you get to upload your own music.
I feel like I might have watched Jahan play this.
And I just kind of wait for the game to finish.
You can really upload your own music?
Yep. Like I'm playing the Sonic Forces soundtrack right now.
Is it hard?
Yeah, it gets tough. But I'm making my way through.
Bullet hell. What a fun genre.
I agree. Unless it's Cave Story.
What a hard genre. Cave Story doesn't strike me as a bullet hell game.
It kind of is, though, especially
Yeah.
if you're playing on hard mode.
It is, but I don't know. I feel like bullet hell is like very specific style.
Yeah.
Like top down, fighting enemies like this.
Yeah.
Definitely bullet hell in the sense of like
Just how much you have to
how
keep
much you
track
have to
of.
shoot, but like it's more of just like a side-scrolling shooter.
Yeah. It's just hellish.
It's just hellishly hard. I thought that said 14 Chan.
14 Chan.
I've been really obsessed with watching like One Piece reaction videos.
Uh-huh.
Like people that are new to the series watching and reacting to stuff for the first time.
Yeah, you were talking about Totally Not Mark to me.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. He's good, but I mean like
Actual reactions.
like actually like live reaction.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You watch the episode with them and they react to it live. Mark kind of just does like a synopsis of the stuff that he has read.
It was just
which I enjoyed.
It was funny when you messaged me. He's like, "Have you ever heard of Totally Not Mark?" I'm like, "I've been watching him for years."
Yep. Yeah, I appreciate his takes on things.
Yeah.
And he describes some good character development pretty well, and some good symbolism. And I'm like, it's nice that you could see someone like picking up on stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's a series that you like, you know.
Definitely.
No, but I'm talking about like watching people's reaction to like
Yeah, like
awesome events in One Piece, like when you first see Luffy use his ability, and when you fucking meet Zoro for the first time, and like when certain enemies get defeated at like the end of an arc, like
Yeah.
when Luffy defeats the big baddie or whatever, like that kind of stuff. I love watching people react to that kind of stuff.
I gotta get back into it.
It's tough.
I-
I know. 'Cause
I
there's
was
so
ho-
much.
Well, it's not even just that. It's just I don't have time to watch things anymore.
Yeah, I get it. I don't really watch anime that much anymore, to be honest. I just read everything.
I've been reading a lot more recently.
As you can attest, it's a lot easier to just blast through a manga than it is to blast through an anime.
Yeah, definitely. Though lately I have been watching, I've been binging Avatar.
Oh yeah, that's like a craze going on right now.
Yeah. Well, it's because it came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
And apparently, Netflix is making like a live-action remake of Avatar.
Well, I'm gonna say it'll be better than the last one. I can only hope for that.
That doesn't take much though.
Yeah, I know. I hope that it's significantly better than the last one, and not just a little bit better, but still horrible.
I agree.
What else have I been watching? I've been watching some guys do runs of Dead Space. Like all of the Dead Space games. Hardest difficulty, no damage runs.
Shit, dude.
And like, I'm learning tech and stuff like that I haven't seen before. And it's really cool.
I could never fucking do a no damage run of a game.
In Dead Space 3, you don't just fight against necromorphs, you fight against like
People too,
soldiers. And like, the amount of times that I've taken damage from soldiers, like, it's just bullshit. Because they shoot you so fast. Like, in most shooters, like Uncharted, for example, you come up upon, like, an enemy encampment. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna miss the first few shots, so you have time to get behind cover. In Dead Space, there's no such thing as that. As soon as an enemy sees you,
They go for it.
If you're not behind cover, they're gonna shoot you, and they're gonna be pinpoint accurate. It's very hard to not get shot when fighting against enemies in Dead Space.
Yeah.
So watching someone do like a no damage run, it's impressive. There are a lot of really close calls.
That was like when I watched a no damage run of the Sans fight in Undertale, and I'm like, fuck, how?
Yeah, and I have to give them credit with the Dead Space, because for me personally, I play Dead Space on PC now, but I still play with a controller, because I'm very comfortable with controller movement. But I've seen like people's aiming capabilities with mouse and keyboard, and I'm like, it's impressive.
Yeah.
The snapshot aiming that you can do on keyboard and mouse compared to a controller analog stick, like, it's night and day.
Yeah.
But I still would never drop the controller for Dead Space. It's just a comfort thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I like being able to move omnidirectional with an analog stick as preferred to, like, WASD. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's just better. Better, like, range of motion on an analog stick. I might try one of those hybrids one day. Have you seen those before?
What do you mean?
The keyboard and mouse and controller combos?
Nah.
It's like, it's half of a keyboard, so it's like WASD and a few other keys and some number keys, and then on the left side of it is an analog stick, and then in your right hand you have your mouse. So it's literally like half a keyboard with an analog stick and then just a mouse. So it's like hybrid, like you get the best of both worlds. You get the aiming accuracy of the mouse, but you still have an analog stick to move with, and the other keys that you might need. It's interesting. I've seen someone use one for Doom Eternal, and it's cool. It's really cool.
Oh, man.
Recently, I've also been getting into like using Cheat Engine a lot with games.
Mm.
And I've been working on Borderlands 3 and Dead Space 3. And Dead Space 3, there are a few suits in the game that you cannot unlock, but you can force add them into your game with Cheat Engine.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's really cool. You can get like the advanced suit, which is the one that you get at the end of 2. That's like in the game files, so you could have that in 3, which is pretty awesome. Or in the beginning of Dead Space.
Yes.
Super. Oh. Oh, this is cool. It's like a boss.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
He's resisting. I will force myself upon.
Started watching BoJack Horseman again too. Finally.
I've seen clips from that, and I was told by a few people in high school to check it out, but I never have. Isn't it just about a really fucking sad and pathetic guy
Yes.
trying to get through life?
It's because he was like a TV star.
Oh, I see.
He was essentially like this. Imagine like Bob Saget.
Yeah.
He was on a Full House type of show, but then like nothing after.
Mm-hmm.
And it's essentially just his life after.
He's like a one-hit wonder kind of actor, basically.
Yeah, precisely.
He seems like he keeps on making mistakes, though.
He is a very stupid, selfish man
Okay.
who does not think about his actions.
Yeah. And what is he's just like constantly like begging for forgiveness, but it just never comes.
The show is just about how sad his life is. Mostly.
But
And,
it's all his own doing, though.
Yes, it's all his fault. Oh, God. I am close to death.
You're just a tiny cube.
That's fine. Just die, please. Thank you.
Another thing that I was doing that I'm like really proud of because I finally fucking figured it out was I wanted to be able to play Borderlands 3 in third person, and that's really fucking fun. It was a lot easier to do in the first and second games.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's like a completely different experience to play that game in third person.
And that, my friend, is what you saw is essentially the point of this game. You just play music, randomly a boss will appear, and if you beat them, you get parts of a page.
Mm-hmm.
Every 3, you complete a page, and when you complete a page, you get the next difficulty setting. Finished my rough draft of regular Sonic. I'm putting it in the Discord. I'll take a look at it later. I've been reading a lot of horror manga recently. Like a lot. I think I told you about Signal 100.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, what's it called? Apocalypse Radio. which is about this town that has like an angry hair god that like tries to kill you by pulling at your hair. And there's also just a bunch of weird occurrences that just happen in this town.
That's cool.
It's really weird because like some of the chapters are like literally like a page.
I really appreciate horror or just like stuff like that like isn't explained.
Yeah.
And it's up to like so much like speculation of like what is happening.
Yeah.
I love shit like that. Where like they're facing some kind of entity or whatever, you know. Something supernatural, something uncanny. And like even after they finish the story, they defeat it or they get away from it or whatever, you still have no idea what the fuck it was, you know?
Yeah.
And I love that kind of shit so much. I love the mystery.
Yeah. As I've been watching more like horror movies and stuff, the more I come to realize I'm like, man, I hate it when they have the obligatory let's explain the monster scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really hate it.
Yeah.
Where they just exposition dump the monster.
Yeah.
And it's like, shut up.
Yeah, they tell you like it's fucking...
They're like, oh, a lady was in a house, and then
its history, its abilities, its weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like everything about it all in one page.
And then because of like that one page, like they're able to defeat the monster now.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. Let the characters figure it out on their own. Stop relying on the internet.
or not even figure it out at all. Either fall
just
or
get
just
away.
Escape or...
I still recommend watching The Boy.
Mm-hmm.
That movie has a twist ending that is honestly amazing.
The Board.
I think I've told you the main premise.
I don't remember.
So essentially the main premise is that this lady is hired to babysit this rich family's kid, and when she gets there, she figures out that it's a doll that they treat as their own child. And then everything that ensues from that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to spoil what it is, but I'll tell you the line of thinking. The entire movie makes you think that it's a haunted doll, but then one thing happens and you realize that that's not the case.
Oh, that's cool.
That it's something else entirely.
Mm-hmm.
And when they reveal that, it makes the whole movie even creepier.
That's cool.
And it's one of those things that it's another thing that I realized that I like in like horror is I like it when the horror can actually happen, like in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Which is also why the second movie of The Boy ruins the first movie, because it takes something that could actually happen and then makes it so that it cannot happen.
Yeah.
Which ultimately makes it not as scary to me.
I find that the scariest stuff for me is something that is like impossible to defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Under like the realm of the characters inside of the story. Like that's why like horror games for me, like a violent horror game isn't scary to me. So long as I'm playing as a character that
can deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've explained it before, like Resident Evil and like Dead Space, like the games aren't scary to me because you fight monsters, but you have some means of defeating them and protecting yourself. The scariest games for me are games where you can't do that and you have to either hide or run away, you know? Yep. Games like Outlast or Amnesia or Five Nights at Freddy's or games like those, like, really scare me.
Yeah. Where you have no choice but to just, like, get away.
Yeah, it's like something that, like, you just can't defeat. Usually I like it the best when it's, like, some kind of spirit or, like, supernatural force. Because it's, like, something that, like, you just can't touch. Like...
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing that you can throw at it, you know? It's, like, intangible. Like, you can't touch it. No weapon that you could possibly fucking bring up could do anything to it. It's just a force that you can't affect in any way. That's why I like, fucking... What is it called? Poltergeist. Poltergeist is a really cool movie. Mm-hmm. It's essentially about, like ghosts that can travel freely through any kind of like Wi-Fi signal. So like literally anywhere where there is internet, you are liable to be attacked by like fucking ghosts that can just come out of nowhere. They could just like materialize like right in front of you.
That's
pretty
pretty
cool. So long as there's like a Wi-Fi signal present. So cool. Such a cool movie.
I've been getting a lot more into like horror that is realistic, which is why I've been liking that one guy's like horror manga, the guy that made Trail of Blood, because everything that he writes, save for like one manga series that I've read, at least so far, I don't know if it's gonna end weird. Everything could happen.
Yeah.
Like anything that happens in Akunohara can happen. Where it's just a kid that accidentally steals the girl he likes gym clothes, and then everything that unfolds because of that.
Yeah.
Or Inside Mari, where at first it seems paranormal because this guy switches bodies with a girl, but to kind of spoil it, I guess, at this point, it ends up that never happened at all. That it was, in fact, the girl essentially created a new personality that was convinced that that's what would happen.
Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Because she so badly wanted to be a different person.
That's so cool.
And, like, you don't find out about that shit until, like, the last, like, 5 chapters of the manga. And she does some weird shit.
That's cool.
I've been really wanting to make, like, a horror thing for a while. But I just can't think of anything that I feel like would be good.
Yeah, it would be hard to think of something that would capture like the kind of creepiness that I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, going back, I just love like supernatural things that are just unexplained in the end. Like even at the end, you don't understand the force that they were fighting against.
Or even if it's just the kind of thing where it's like, oh, was it explained, or were you just completely fucking wrong? Like, it's like, oh, is there, like, a ghost that's haunting you, or is it a guy, or is it a ghost, you know?
Yeah.
Like, stop, I don't need concrete answers.
Yeah, leaving it ambiguous is good, too. I usually prefer it that way.
Also, if you're creating a horror movie that's gonna have a tragic ending, at least make it a satisfying ending. Please. So many horror movies are bad at that. Like, they'll just kill characters where now that they're dead, you're like, well, fuck this movie. Like, you don't even, like, feel okay that that character died. Because it just feels like they did it to just make you feel bad. Like, I think, what was the name of the movie? It was called, like, Don't Breathe or something. At the very end of the movie, they, like, kill, like, the character that you're, like, rooting for. And that, like, literally did nothing wrong. Like, did not even want to break into this guy's house in the first place. And then at the end of the movie, they just fucking kill him. And it's like,
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
He didn't deserve that. It's like, why was this the story element to have, other than just to make me feel like shit? The story wouldn't have changed whether he lived or died, so why not just let him live?
Or I love, like, well, another thing that I like is when they, like, defeat the monster or whatever it is, and then like they show at the end that like maybe they didn't actually do it. Like the way that It Follows ends, I love because of that.
Yes, I love It Follows.
Yeah, I like the way that they did that ending. It was great. Because it makes you so paranoid. Like, you see a guy, like, just walking down the street towards you, and you're like, is it?
Well, even... That even is just a thing of, like... You feel that, like, the whole movie.
Yeah.
Is like, are you actually? Or no? Which is great, like, of why that movie works. And that movie could benefit from a sequel, just to explain some of, like, nuances of the rules.
Yeah, I would like them to implement new characters, though.
Oh, definitely.
I wouldn't like to see the same characters.
No, definitely, yeah. That's how I feel about, Pixar's Onward.
Yeah, that's another one where it's like, you know...
If you're to make a second movie, make it about different people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, show someone, another group dealing with the same monster.
Like, I just love the world, but, like, I don't need...
Yeah,
those same characters.
Those characters' stories have been told. Like, you don't have to do anything else with them.
Yeah.
I don't even want a cameo or anything. Like, I don't need to see them again.
Yeah. I'm satisfied with Mark and Ethan's adventure to see their dad.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that movie was so fucking good, dude.
Mm-hmm. What did that say? Recalculation.
Yeah, that just means that I died. I did not win this one. At all.
So, they have been showing, like, a little bit of footage from the new Spider-Man game that's coming out.
Uh-huh.
And, the footage that they showed today I liked a lot, because it was essentially... You know how in Spider-Man, when you do a point launch, he, like, pushes his arms against something and he launches himself into the air?
Yeah.
They showed footage of Miles trying to do a point launch, and he launches himself into the air, but he doesn't keep his feet straight, and he starts, like, flailing through the air. And I'm like, I just loved, like, the personality
Yeah.
that they kind of showed off.
I wonder, you know what would be interesting? Because it's, like, you playing as Miles who has to learn how to be Spider-Man now. If they had, like, an experience kind of system where it's, like, if you use a move more often, it, like, gets more proficient.
I hope so. I'm imagining it in the sense of, like, what they do in Dead Rising 3, where, like, Nick's dialogue changes depending on how far you've progressed in the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'd be cool if they did something like, depending on how far you are in the story of the new Spider-Man, the more, like, proficient he gets at performing certain moves.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of, like, a Secret of Mana type system where it's, like, the more you use a move, the better he gets at it.
I would like that. I would like that.
Because in Secret of Mana, the way that you level up your magic is literally just by using it.
Yeah, like, you know, have it be, like, just contextual, though. Like, don't have it have, like, any kind of effect. Just have it, like, be, like, a different animation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you see him swing or go to do a point launch, and he just does it, like, really awkwardly, you know? It's not smooth. Or he goes to, like, punch a guy, and, like, he still punches him, but he, like, maybe he trips at the end of the animation.
Yeah.
Not, like, actually tripping. I'm not saying, like, dropping the combo. It's purely just a contextual, unique animation.
It's just an... Yeah,
he still performs the move. It just looks sloppy.
Yeah, it's just, I'm eating a mint cupcake, and it's really good. That's all.
I'm eating a cupped mint cake? That's good. Good for him.
Good for you. I'm glad you're living your best life.
Your taste buds are... Have you ever seen that Post Malone commercial where he's drinking the fucking, I don't even know what it is, like a White Claw or something?
Is it the... I don't know.
When he's in the bar?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that whole commercial. I love my favorite part is when he drinks it, and it's a bunch of guys in, like, swimwear sitting together. They're supposed to, like, resemble his taste buds. Mm-hmm. And they get, like, a bunch of water dumped on them, supposed to signify the drink. And they're just like, yeah!
I love the one commercial that is literally just a play on words thing, where I think it was like a Corona thing, or I don't know, but it's just like, oh, I drink it and now I'm post limon.
Yes. No, that one was because he didn't drink anything. He ate like hint of lime Doritos.
Yeah.
And he was post Limone. Yeah, I love that one. He gets the Doritos tattoo on his face.
Yeah.
Post Limone. Wow.
So what kind of game is Ghost of Tsushima? Is it like a first-person thing, or?
You play as a Japanese guy, and you run a teriyaki stand in a supermarket,
Okay.
and that's it.
Oh, that's it? That's the whole game?
You just serve people teriyaki chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
That's kind of the whole game. It doesn't really get that more in-depth. It's just serving people chicken. It's like how Waluigi's taco stand plays.
Oh, now I understand. Okay.
No, Ghost of Tsushima is you play as a guy named Jin, and he's a samurai. And it essentially follows... I don't really want to say that it's like a one-to-one historical reenactment, but it is essentially a story about Mongols invading Japan,
Okay.
and you're a Japanese samurai, and you're just trying to defend your homeland.
Okay.
It's over the shoulder, very similar to Assassin's Creed. Absolutely a power fantasy, for sure. You just become a stronger and stronger warrior. But I wanted to play with you because, like, I know how much you love, like, sword fighting and sword play.
I do love swordplay.
And, I just figured that you'd like it. I just love it because I love any kind of video game that gives some kind of power fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is essentially just like you are a lone samurai warrior wandering Japan, trying to defend your homeland against the Mongol invasion. And it's just really fucking cool.
You used to be Triforces, now you're Stars.
The funny thing about Ghost of Tsushima, though, is like, prior to the game actually being released and me seeing footage on it, Lucas, my nephew, has been wanting to play Spider-Man, and he pre-ordered Royal, and he didn't have a PlayStation to play it on, though, so I let him borrow my PlayStation, because I haven't touched my PlayStation in months. Everything I play is on PC.
Yeah.
And I've assumed, like, there really is no game that's coming out that I want to play on PlayStation. And, pretty soon they're probably not going to be really making that many games on the PlayStation because the 5 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
And, then I started watching footage on Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, fuck.
Fuck, Lucas, give me back.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have let him borrow that. Because I'm like, I'm actually interested in playing this game. It looks like a lot of fun. And then I was like, we should just play it for the channel.
Hell yeah.
Get those sweet relevancy points.
Yep.
Dead Space. I already completed that game.
Spit Days. You haven't beaten this one.
Which one is that, 3?
Yep.
Hell, technically I haven't even beaten 2. I just watched you do it.
3 has the most enjoyable combat, but the worst story.
Didn't we start? Yeah, we did start a 3 Let's Play. And just never finished.
Oh.
We just never continued doing it.
That's okay.
I think because we just played something else, like, that was more relevant and then forgot about it.
That isn't surprising. I think that with stuff like that, it's important to let people that haven't experienced it before play through it.
Yeah.
2 I just wanted to do because of how much I love 2.
Yeah. I can't wait to do that completion.
Is 2...
Yo, on Infinite's theme? Let's go!
Is 2 on the list?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, 2's mad fun. 2 is, like, such a great, like... Oh, my God. I'm trying to remember other games that do it well. Assassin's Creed 2 definitely does it well. I'm talking about, like, a good sequel. No, not just a good. A perfect sequel is something that takes all of the stuff from the first game and just builds upon it, you know?
Of course.
And, like, Assassin's Creed 2 does that with Assassin's Creed 1. They take all the best things from 1 and they build upon them.
Uh-huh.
Dead Space 2 takes all of the great shit from 1 and builds upon it in such a great way. Like, the gunplay, the movement, everything. It feels so good in 2 compared to 1. They spent so much time improving it. Everything in that game is fun. Fighting enemies feels good. The new enemies that they have, the new weapons, how good it feels to aim and move while aiming. Like, fucking stasis, kinesis, like, everything is just such a drastic improvement from the first game. It's like a perfect sequel. There aren't that many games that do it well.
Facts. Super Punch-Out. Even though that's the 4th game. Technically. I can't wait for the next Punch-Out game to be called Super Punch-Out, just to go with the naming convention. There's Punch-Out Arcade, Super Punch-Out Arcade, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Super Punch-Out, Punch-Out, and now the next game has to be Super Punch-Out.
Assassin's Creed 3 is, I think, technically Assassin's Creed 5.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, it is. That's like how Kingdom Hearts 3 is technically like Kingdom Hearts like 13.
Yeah, if your naming scheme is going to have numbers, like, at least stay consistent.
Well, it's like how, even though that was more of a localization issue, fucking Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
There's like, what else would they have done? But it's just confusing that they decided to call 7 in the West still 7 when they were changing the names, like, before then. Whoops.
Some do both and give it a title and a number. Like,
yeah.
Assassin's Creed 4 is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, but everybody just calls it Black Flag.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that 4 is in the title. And even the same thing with No More Heroes 2. The inverse
Desperate
of that.
Struggle.
Yeah, people usually just call it 2.
Yeah.
But it's Desperate Struggle.
Yo, I want 3 so bad.
Yeah. 3 looks like fun. 3 seems like it's going to be a lot more grandiose than 1 and 2, though.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be fighting, like, big guys, not just, like, human enemies.
Definitely.
I just want good wrestling moves. The swordplay already looks like fun.
Punch-Out isn't coming back. Just kidding, hopefully it will, but it seems unlikely.
Yeah, what about
I could always dream. What?
What about F-Zero?
Yeah, that seems even more unlikely. I'm gonna do a couple more and hope for a demon.
Ackerman. Colonel Ackerman to me. Yeah, I'm learning like interesting techniques for Dead Space 3. It's cool. There's one part where they introduce this new enemy. It's like a head that can possess corpses of soldiers that just died.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a necromorph with a gun, essentially. And during the cutscene where they're introduced, you're locked into a cutscene of watching one of these things transform, and then the thing starts shooting at you before the cutscene ends. So there's a really high probability that it will shoot you while you're stuck in the cutscene, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And what I ended up seeing is that if you hit the corpse that it's going to infect with a stasis bolt before the cutscene activates, it won't.
Prevents it?
Yeah. Well, you know how stasis works, right?
Yeah.
It just slows down the animation. So you gain control of Isaac again before it gets released from stasis. So you can like kill it without it like doing bullshit damage to you.
That's good.
Which was really cool. I saw that happen. I'm like, that is so fucking smart. Like, I didn't think of that. Like, I love Dead Space 3, but I honestly wish that someone would mod it and just, like, edit the storyline.
Uh-huh.
Because there are two main problems that I have with 3. One, there's a stupid fucking love triangle going on for almost the whole game. And it's like, why is this here? Like, why? What's the point?
Yeah.
Like, all it does is just suck. Like, who thought this was a good idea? And secondly, let me explain to you the main antagonist of 3.
Uh-huh.
Imagine a fucking homosexual, evil Austin Powers.
What?
That's the main antagonist of 3.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Dead Space at all.
No, it sucks. It's so stupid. Like, if you're gonna add a villain into a game, at least make him intimidating. Like,
Does
why do
Dead
we...
Space even need a villain? That
Well-
isn't the Necromorphs?
Dead Space does have villains, though. Like,
Yeah, it has villains, but like the villain.
Yeah, like
There wasn't really a definitive villain.
Dead Space 1 had Dr. Charles Mercer, the crazy
Yeah.
guy who made the Hunter.
Yeah.
He was a villain. You never directly fought him, though.
Yeah.
And then you find out that Kendra's a butt,
Yeah.
but she ends up dying, but you could definitely say that she's an antagonist.
Yeah.
In 2, you have Tideman. He's definitely a villain, for sure. The guy who runs the station. He's trying to stop you every step of the way. But then in 3, you have gay Austin Powers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Like, you just put a good villain in. Like, they could have literally had someone like Lazarevich from freaking Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
Like, make a carbon copy of him. I don't give a shit. Give me a mean Russian. But, like, why homosexual Austin Powers? Like, why? In Dead Space, of all things.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna add in a villain, like, make him intimidating.
Make him interesting.
Yeah, make him interesting.
Oh man.
But he's not. He's like, he isn't a good villain. He's just annoying. The whole way through, he's just annoying as shit.
It's really baffling how sometimes, like, these fucking developers come up with this shit and it's like, what?
Yeah, and then people give them shit for it, and they're, like, wondering why people are giving them shit for it. And it's like, did you run this by anyone?
Or do they just say yes?
Not everyone at the studio could have agreed on this plot point.
Yeah.
Or, like, what another thing that I really, really, really hate is when you betray the way a character would act so it fits the plot.
Yeah.
And I mean it in the sense of, like, you watch a movie or an anime, and they introduce a character, a good character, someone that you're rooting for, and they're, like, the kind of character that, like, when they're first introduced, if anything opposes them, they just, like, pull out a gun and shoot them, like, for all intents and purposes, you know? Someone that's quick to act, quick to fight back, they're not just gonna stand there and take shit. And then you have a cutscene, or whatever, or a scene in an anime, where they're just standing there with their thumb up their ass, while the fucking main antagonist does their whole fucking spiel, where they just talk about their evil plan or whatever. And it's like, that's kind of betraying the personality of the character.
Just for the sake of plot convenience.
That character wouldn't sit there with their thumb up their ass and listen to the villain monologue. They'd run right up to them and fucking kill them. Like, there are so many times, or at least make it so that, like, the hero or the character that you're following is in a position where they can't. Like, I don't know, the enemy is behind, like, an impenetrable force field or something like that.
Or they are taking someone hostage.
Yeah, or they're, like, tied up. But, like, there are so many times in Dead Space 3 where the main antagonist is talking to Isaac, and I'm just like, Isaac,
shoot him.
Either shoot him, or even if you don't have a gun, because there are plenty of times where you get the cliche, oh, the gun was knocked out of my hand. I don't have it on me. Hit him with a stasis bolt.
Anything.
So many times I'm like, Isaac, hit him with a fucking stasis bolt. Isaac, pick something up with kinesis and throw it at him. Or Isaac, just fucking bash him. Like,
stomp on him with your fucking winter boots.
Yeah, stomp on his fucking foot and sever his leg. Like, with your fucking godly stomp power. Like, do something. I just hate it. Like, put him behind a plexiglass wall. Give me a reason why I can't hit him with a stasis bolt.
Just like, you know, in Dead Space 1.
Yeah.
Whenever a villain appeared, they were always behind a wall and you couldn't get to them.
Exactly. And Tideman taunted you through phone calls the whole game.
Yeah.
You didn't fucking physically see him until the very end of the game, when you promptly shot and killed him.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it so much. Like, there's so many times where I'm like, Isaac, just hit the guy with stasis. Like, have him die in slow-mo. There are a few points where that does happen in Dead Space 2. When you meet Dana for the first time, that kind of shit happens. And I'm like, Isaac, shoot one of them with a stasis bolt. Or whatever. Do something. Don't just stand there and squirm.
It's like at this point, you defeated the hive mind.
Yeah,
what do you have to worry about?
I hate it. That kind of trope irks me so much.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's like in a fucking, like, anime when they show, like, this fucking badass swordsman. Or another good trope is, like, when a villain is introduced, and that villain eventually becomes, like, an ally to the main character. And, like, they show that villain getting, like, fucking bopped. Or showing, like, remorse and getting bopped by, like, a new villain. And it's like, that's so unbefitting of a character. Like, when this villain was first introduced, you saw him kill, like, 15 guys in the blink of an eye with his fucking katana. And now, you're showing him getting his shit knocked in for no reason. Why the sudden nerf? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It, like, doesn't make any sense.
No one gets that more than fucking Vegeta.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an excellent, absolutely excellent example of that.
Like, Vegeta gets his shit kicked in all the time.
He just gets nerfed so fucking hard.
When he used to fucking destroy planets.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
You're telling me he's never fought a warrior that strong?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's bullshit.
Like, I understand it when it's like, you know, Frieza or Goku.
Yeah, but they're getting nerfed for plot convenience, and I just hate that.
Are you telling me he
betrays
can't?
the character?
He can't hold his own against like Jiren?
Yeah.
I mean, he does eventually, but it takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me the man that trains with Goku all the time suddenly is having so much trouble with Goku Black?
Mm-hmm.
And like, they had so much trouble with Rose Black. When Rose is literally confirmed to have the same, like, amount of power as a Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
Vegeta has trained with Goku at that level.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, like, he shouldn't be getting trounced that hard.
Yeah.
Not saying it should be easy, but it shouldn't be one-sided.
Yeah. Hell, fucking... it even works in the other direction, too, where they, like, buff someone for plot convenience. Perfect example is the one that Mori always brings up with Android 17.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, why is Android 17 able to go toe-to-toe with Blue Goku?
Yeah. Yeah, like, why is he so powerful? Like,
Sure,
he's
he was
exactly the same.
Sure, he's a park ranger that fights aliens, apparently. But... it's Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, he's like the same android, though.
Yeah. Well, he literally can't power up. Because he literally does not have the ability to.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that they get bopped by Super Saiyan Trunks, then? Like, in the future timeline? At Super Saiyan 1?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Not that that matters anymore, because of the horrible ending of of fucking Goku Black. Where they just delete that future entirely.
Yeah, Zeno-sama is such a great fucking plot device.
Oh,
just
God.
delete anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone that ever comes, like, too much of a problem. Any plot line that gets a little bit too out of hand. Like, just have Zeno just delete them.
Yeah, that's the main complaint that I have about Dragon Ball, is that, like, consequences, what are they?
Yeah.
If someone dies, we can just wish him back. You know, death used to mean something in Dragon Ball, now it doesn't at all. Because they used to have the rule of, like, if you're brought back once, that's it. You can't get brought back anymore.
Yeah, I feel like the Dragon Balls don't even mean anything anymore.
They do
like,
not.
You have fucking
It's just a
Zeno.
device. It's just a... Well, they do. They're just a plot device now. They're not, like, a thing that they gotta collect because, like, oh god, now we need them for this, and then that becomes a whole arc. No, now it's just like, oh, we need the Dragon Balls. Oh, we get them in 5 seconds now. In Super. Like, it's not a quest anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They barely mean anything anymore. Zeno doesn't even do that. The only thing that's interesting about Zeno is that he's chaotic. Like, you ask him to delete something, he could be like, no, I don't wanna.
That's exactly what ended up happening with Hunter x Hunter. Like, Hunter x Hunter, they literally just introduced a character that can just grant wishes. And it's like, alright, well, I guess let's just get on their good side, and now we can just do anything we fucking want to.
Yeah.
It's just a shame.
Dragon Ball has no consequences. Death means nothing. It doesn't matter if like, not just the heroes, but, like, anyone. Because they could just be like, oh, we'll just, at the end of the arc, we just gather the Dragon Balls and wish them all back. Like, the Dragon Balls at some point need to be destroyed. If they want to have stakes. And even then, they have Whis, who's a living convenience. Because Whis can just do anything.
Yeah, Whis can just rewind time if something goes wrong.
He can rewind time, he can bring people back to life. Like he did with Frieza. Which people are really scared about.
Give me ramen.
Like, at, you know...
Give me ramen, I'll bring back
a storytelling standpoint.
Yeah, especially Whis, because he's a nice guy and he's really easy to please.
Yeah, it's not like Zeno, where he's completely chaotic and does whatever he wants. Whis will be like, oh, you gave me food? Boink!
Yeah. You gave me food? Okay, yeah, sure, I'll make you immune to every form of disease and also make you immortal.
Yeah.
And you can fly now.
I can always fly.
And your left hand can produce
Didn't know
strawberry
Will
ice cream.
Smith was in Dragon Ball.
What makes you say that?
Rewind time.
Oh,
rewind
rewind
time.
time.
Yes, Weiss is Will
Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah.
What are we at? Alright, this is the last one. And I'm done for today. Finish the Forces soundtrack next time.
That's why I like One Piece so much, because death actually means something.
Oh, 100%.
It is very rare though.
Yeah.
That's
If someone
for sure.
dies in One Piece, they're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell, same with JoJo.
Yeah, they made that a very, very apparent plot point.
Yep.
Except for what happens with Joseph. That's the one exception.
Yeah. Well, he just didn't actually die.
Well, he did though.
No, he didn't. Did he?
Oh yeah.
When?
In part 3, you see his.
Oh,
you
you're
literally-
right.
you
I
literally
forgot about that.
You see his soul leave his body.
Yeah.
And go up to heaven, and
Yeah.
he still manages to survive.
Well, that's because he's Joseph Joestar. Nothing
Yeah.
can kill him.
Joseph Toestar.
That's like the only thing. Well, that was just because of Dio, blood, whatever. Who cares?
Yep. That's the only time when something like that ever
That's the
happens,
only
though.
real, like, true asshole.
I wouldn't have had as big of a problem with it as I do if they didn't show his soul leave his body and go up to heaven.
Yeah.
And then magically it's just back, like he just came back down from heaven. And it's like, okay, yeah.
He's the only JoJo that doesn't die early.
Yeah, he actually lives a full life and dies peacefully,
Yep.
which is a very rare occurrence, but a nice one.
Up to the age of 96. Because they said canonically, even though it's not shown, he is alive in part 6.
Yeah. Yeah, he lived a good life. He ran a very successful real estate agency, I think. I think that's what he
Something
does.
like that.
JoJo Real Estate. Well, I mean, they had a shit ton of fucking money because, like,
Yeah.
he inherited the Speedwagon Foundation, and then apparently he opened up his own, like, real estate company or whatever. So, like, very successful. Very rich. I love the fan comic where fucking Cars comes back to Earth, like he crash lands back on Earth, and he literally goes to Joseph's house to get revenge against him, and he meets like a young, like little kid Holly,
Huh?
and they literally are just playing like house together. Like Joseph comes home and Cars is sitting in a kiddie chair with a fucking sun hat on and like plastic bead necklace, and he's literally like playing house with Holly. And he's like, I've come for revenge, and freaking Joseph is just looking at him like, what the fuck you doing, man? You look like an idiot. It's just so funny.
I still love Jolene Goes to Morio
Yeah,
as much as Myra hates it now.
I love how fucking she thinks that Okuyasu is a member of the
The
Yakuza.
Yakuza.
I love that so much.
Yakuza! He does look like Yakuza, I will
He
give
does.
him.
He's because he's fucking ugly, but he's really.
He also has that, like, weird X thing that, like...
Yeah, that weird, like, I don't know if it's a scar,
Yeah.
or if he does it in pencil every morning, I don't know. I just love, like, that's another thing that I've been watching is people react to JoJo's, and one thing that was really funny is a lot of people agree that Josuke's hair just looks like a piece of steak.
Yeah.
It looks like a grilled piece of steak.
Yeah, it
And I'm
kind
like,
of does.
it really does.
And then you just hear from the fucking gallows of just, the fuck did you say about my hair?
No one cares about your shitty hair.
Play us off, Johnny. For the love of God, drop the meat! Me too.
To eat something.
Yeah, we'll go get some after the stream.
Okay.
When everything you know has come and gone, rising higher, stars remain on who I was. Oh, again during Infinite? It's a good thing I did one more.
Whoa. See how much you melt him when you hit the face?
Yup.
What the fuck, man? You have to like chill out at the top until all the ones get away from the face, and then just go down and just melt him.
Yeah, buddy. It's fine. It's fine if I die. Well, that was bad. Well, that's fine. Here we go. The mountains, and don't you ever forget it. If you're gonna do, then you're gonna regret it. Me, Pete, and Steve did a cover of this. And of course, Steve put his own metal twist on it, as he usually does. Like on this part, it literally is like, dun, dun, dun. It's like, if you're messing with me, then you should know that it's over. And I'm like, Steve, jeez.
I like Steve.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. He's been sick
Oh, really?
with strep. This is the second time he's had strep in like a couple weeks. He's like, what the fuck? I hope his job calls him back soon.
What's going on with his job?
He's just waiting for them to open. They're going to be one of the last people to open, so...
Where does he work?
Round 1. I mean, you might as well. He lives 5 minutes away. You could literally walk there.
Yeah, I had no idea what he did.
Yeah, he works at round 1.
Cool.
Better than the old job he had. He used to work at a bowling alley. And he's like, guys, PSA, if you're going to go to the bowling alley, please do not do it drunk at 2 in the morning. And I'm like, oh my god.
Please, all Karens, stay away from the bowling alley.
Oh my god, yeah. Maskless Karens.
That's why I hate any form of retail.
Yeah, I'm never going back. Unless I really have to.
I have no choice.
Oh, man.
Peter likes to talk like that.
You're right.
He's like, "Bleh."
I did another page. Yatta.
Literally, like, Peter singing, like, Blurry by Puddle of Mud, but in that voice. I'm pretty sure he's done that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Or that one other song, the one where it's like, I'm so sorry, I cannot sleep, I cannot drink tonight.
Where are you?
Yep.
And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot die.
Can't die.
I can't die.
No consequences for my actions.
All right. Well, I'm done. Hey. Sean, rate my... Oh, what is this? Back. Yay, Infinite Theme. Love the Danger Kids. The lore of GCN characters is interesting. Sean, rate my drawing in this Discord. No. Okay.
Sean seems like a hard ass, but he's probably a really sweet guy.
I can believe that he sleeps with a teddy bear every night.
Yeah. A doggy every night.
A Taki.
His Aunt Taki. His bottles of the GCN Taki.
Dockles. As everyone seems to like to do, is just put ols at the end of everything.
My cute, cuddly brother. A cute, cuddly Docky hybrid brother.
Alright. Result screen, baby. Let's go. No? Yeah. Mikey Gulls. I'm a tsundere. How'd you know?
Michaels.
Mikey Jills. That's our fusion.
A tsundere. Kind of baka. Baka she.
You fucking baka. Stupid.
You stupid
stinky baka.
You baka bastards. Get a hold of yourselves.
Well, guys, that's it. I'm done. Feel like it. Fucking follow all the social medias. Got Twitter, got Facebook, got Instagram. Game Controller Network. Across the board. You'll be able to find us. Also, become a well-esteemed guest and be in the Discord server. That's in the description as of every video, as well as the About page on our Twitch. You want to plug anything, Mike?
Nah, I don't plug shit, man.
You don't plug your Twitter?
I do what I want.
Perfect Gamer on Twitter?
No.
Or Game Breaker,
No.
whatever it is now?
No, no one can follow me on Twitter. No one can know of me. I don't want any fans.
OnlyFans?
No. Well, they could find me on that.
Go find me on OnlyFans. Peter might have an OnlyFans soon.
Find me on all the holes. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna
Gamer.
Yeah, kind of gamer, if you ask me.
I don't know.
We're gonna start doing Ghosts of Tsushima soon, so check that out.
We're gonna record that right after
Really
this,
cool
isn't it?
game. And that's it.
Yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We post daily content. Goodbye.